You know the headline? The one you're seeing right here? We always start those off with the where we were that morning. So we were in Fairfax this morning, but now we're in Maryland. So you know what that means. It's time to put our sticker on. Let's see. Oh yes, right here. There. Nice. What are you doing, buddy?
Hey.
Hey, what are you up to?
He's got to put his shoes on.
I'm excited about this spot. We're right outside Baltimore. This is gonna be our first Swells. Hey Dan, congratulations on being the spot where we first feature Swells.
Pretty exciting.
But first, before we talk about the Swells, you guys gotta see these chickens. He's got them out free ranging. I'm really Can you tell? I'm really excited. I'm really excited about these guys because they're Icelandic. That's another breed I've been considering getting. Dan, which ones are the Icelandic ones?
Almost all of them. So this one right here is a Buff Orpington. The Golden Comet there is our matron. She's the smallest hen, but she's got a brown, golden brown, bronze color to her. There are one black Australorp and a black Americana, but all of the others are Icelandics.
All right, let's go get a closer look, buddy.
They come in all shapes.
Good, let's go look at the chickens.
You want to go look at the chickens?
Come on. Or are the chickens old news to you, buddy?
No, he's excited.
You're excited? Now don't look at him with that stick. Okay, so why Icelandic?
Well, I was sold when I read the phrase, thrives on neglect.
Oh, wow.
So now all you need is some fruit and veggies
They forage.
that thrive on neglect, and you be good.
That's right. They forage for most of their own food. They're pretty tolerant of cold weather, hot weather. They haven't proven to be a whole lot better at evading the fox than the other flock we had, but they seem to be a little bit brighter overall.
Get a picture, babe.
Trying.
And they're so beautiful. Now wait a minute. Okay, look at this beautiful rooster. Look at the colors. What? So beautiful.
Yep.
Buddy, we're not gonna hurt anybody. We're not getting anybody yet.
What is this?
Okay.
One Icelandic?
This one's a Golden Comet.
Okay, that's the Golden Comet.
Golden Comet. Icelandic, well, there's an Australorp in there, but everybody else is, wait a minute, what about that white one?
That's a Icelandic.
No, wait a minute, so Icelandics come in white too?
They come in all colors, all combs, all wattles. They were bred as a land race, not to a specific conformation standard, which is what most of the American breeds are.
Ah. What do you mean a land race?
A land race is selectively bred to thrive in a particular environment. They don't care about physical characteristics of appearance. They care only about how well they do in a particular environment. And these chickens were brought with the Vikings to Iceland in around 900 AD. And so for about 1200 years, they were left to their own devices, and if they couldn't produce a harvest, they were harvested themselves.
So they were left to their own devices here in America.
So they were
by Icelanders.
They were brought to America in the last 30, 40 years.
Oh, okay. So they were over in Iceland
for 1200 years.
The strong survives.
The strong survives. The Viking creed of you thrive on this brutal island, or you.
So they got it made here then in this cold temperate climate, huh?
They do. They do pretty well.
What, is that your pet chicken? Look.
This is our matron.
that chicken didn't even bite. You just reached down and pet that chicken.
She's our favorite. She's the kindest of the bunch.
She's getting seed off that grass. Good for you. Good for you. Where'd Gideon go? He's lost interest?
He's on to bigger and better things.
Did you get a good picture?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Have you found it to be true that they can thrive on neglect?
Well, we still have to feed them. We still need to provide water. We still provide protection from predators. But by and large, they do a lot more foraging than the other chickens have. And they've done well in snow, very deep cold, and they do well in the heat.
Brown, are they out of food? Are they thriving on neglect?
Yeah.
Yeah? You like playing with the chickens?
Yeah.
You play with them every day?
Not every day, but mostly I do.
Do you do any work with the chickens?
I go with Mom to help feed the chickens.
Okay.
And I help clean the coop sometimes.
You help move the coop?
Helping feed, clean, and move the coop. And Dan's telling us it's time to move the chickens again. So we're gonna move them tomorrow morning. That's still the plan, Dan?
That's still the plan.
Okay, and it's a family affair. This is a family event. You get all 5 kids out here?
We usually do.
Okay.
So we had a rooster mistake her for
Our chicken?
a female chicken.
Oh my gosh.
He was the tastiest chicken.
Yeah, I
we
bet he
ever had.
was.
All right, Dan. The moment we've all been waiting for. We gotta see these swells.
All right.
These are no joke, buddy. These are some crazy ditches in your yard.
My neighbors agree.
Permaculture, we like to call them swells, but to the neighbors, they're weird ditches, okay? Why? Okay, this is huge, and this is your yard. There's your house, here's your yard. Why would somebody want to do this to their beautiful lawn?
Harvest water, build
Okay.
soil, grow
Okay.
food.
Tell me how it harvests water. Tell them how exactly that happens.
All right. When it rains,
Mhm.
the rain goes downhill, and then
Okay.
it fills up this big ditch.
Yes.
This ditch will get all the way full before it overflows over on that far side onto another swale.
Yeah. And that's gonna take quite an event though,
Yes.
to fill these up.
I think we could catch 8 or 9 inch rainfall in a day.
Here, let's get on top of this swell. Look, I'm on. Don't fall in, buddy, don't fall in. He's gonna cry. Okay, there, the water comes in there. You can see, we've had an event recently. He's got a little bit of mud in there. But most likely, the water's gonna stay right in there. And then over time, it's gonna seep into this like a sponge, I would say, perhaps.
Yes.
And then it's gonna slowly leak out over here into the landscape.
It keeps the water in the ground where the plants can have access to it.
Okay, Gideon, we're gonna show the viewers something. You gonna come with us? Come down the swell, buddy. Look how big it is. That gives you perspective, guys. Let me give you perspective. Gideon, little guy, big swell. Okay, come on, I'm gonna help you. Okay. So now he has strategically planted his trees on the other side of the swell where the water is gonna be, it's seeping out now from that last event, isn't it?
Yep.
It's down below us. How far down?
Probably 6 inches to 4 feet down.
Now,
got plenty of water.
this root in this tree is gonna be tapping into that, and that's where you get the direct benefit. That's why you would have a swell. And not only this trees, but this grass. What are you gonna eventually do with this grass here?
Let it turn into prairie field.
What will you run, Dan? Pigs? Sheep?
We haven't decided whether we want to do a family cow or we want to do dairy goats.
Okay.
Maybe a sheep.
All right, where are we going?
Well, you want to talk about the trees?
Yeah, talk about the trees.
So we planted this year a bunch of pecans, chestnuts, monkey puzzle for the nuts, also some hazelnuts on the far side. We've planted some fruits that we know do really, really well here, persimmons and pawpaw. We've planted some sea berry and gumi that are also doing pretty well here.
Okay. Those trees kind of look like Bubble Boy.
They are being
Why do you got
protected.
these trees in a bubble?
Protect them from deer. So if we don't cover them, the deer will eat them and they won't survive. So we would rather eat them. Eat the fruit, eat the nuts, not let the deer do it.
Yeah. Okay. He wants to eat the nuts. Who can blame him? But you know, if the trees, if the deers will just let these grow up, I'm sure you wouldn't mind sharing a few hundred of those thousands upon thousands of nuts you're going to be getting.
Wouldn't mind, especially if I could harvest some deer too.
Ooh, and then he's going to be continually attracting those deer with those nuts and have a great harvest. You want to go see Mama?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go see Mama. Here you go, Mama. He was wanting you.
Okay. We're just hanging out up here. Talking about, did he talk about the tornado?
No, I was actually going to get into that though. So real quick, before you talk about the tornado, This is what she's gonna talk about right here. Look what's forming the base of the swell. Now let's go get that story. Okay, I'm back. So what about the tornadoes?
So they had a tornado in June, was it? And it like went down their street, took out a bunch of their pine trees that they wanted to get rid of anyways. Then this is the beauty that has come from that tragedy. Yeah.
How many pine trees do you think there were?
About 100.
Wow.
I mean, there weren't 100 completely down, like some of them were like the top half was taken off, but yeah, it was pretty amazing.
A lot of trees.
So you're Dan's beautiful one. What's your name?
My name is Misty.
Okay. All right, and so when those trees fell, were you guys like, oh man, were you heartbroken, or were you like, yes, now I have an excuse to build these swells?
We were pretty excited.
So it took me about a month and a half of Saturdays to bring down 14 trees and to build my first swale. The Lord sent a storm and to go a little faster, Dan.
Yeah. Well, and it helped too because there were a lot of people that were concerned about us. They're like, oh, you guys had a tornado, you have all this damage, can we come help you? We're like, sure, you can come help us, and we want the wood right here. And we were able to like have a lot of
get it put in its proper spot.
Have people help us like buck the wood and move it along, and
we had about 50 people come out and help us. Wonderful time. Nice. I look forward to rewarding them with some food in the future.
That's awesome.
What an awesome setup. If you guys are interested in more of the swell type stuff, if you really want to geek out, I'm going to create an instructional video with Dan. We're really going to geek out, go over more about how to do that, how he got the equipment, how long it took him, how he spaced it. We're going to really geek out. It's not for everybody, but if you're interested in that, I am going to create a membership area very soon, and it'll go up in that. Dude, stay tuned.
Oh, come on.
What are you guys doing?
You're flipped on the swing.
There's somebody in. Who's in there?
Jonah.
Do you flip all the way over? Oh my gosh.
Oh, that makes it fast. It's really fun.
You girls want to do that?
Yes, I did.
You did? I thought it was a boy thing. No? A girl thing too? Are you okay, Jonah? Are you having a good time?
Yeah.
I can't tell by your face whether you're having a good time or not.
It's a good time. Papa, can I do a flip?
Sure.
Ready? Here goes the flip. Wait, here comes the flip. Did you get it on the vlog?
I don't know. I'll have to look at it in the edit. Hey, hop up for a second. All right. I think this constitutes a drone. What do you think, Dan?
Looks pretty cool.
I think that I think the drone will really give the swells a perspective. You can see how cool it is how they're laid out on contour.
Santa's been good to you.